Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quality Talks, a podcast series featuring leaders from the pharma industry. This is as part of the 25th year celebrations of Caliber. Caliber, during its 25 years, has worked with many life sciences industries to support them in their quality compliance and regulatory compliance. We have these sessions to get insights from quality leaders from the pharma industry. Today, we have one such leader, Mrs. Sharwari Deshpande, from Milan Laboratories with us to share her insights. She is a leader who exudes quality across the organization, and her leadership shows how quality is important for her. Welcome, Sharwari, to this conversation.
Thank you so much, Aparna. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for inviting me. And first of all, congratulations on your Silver Jubilee.
Thank you so much. Yeah, by the way, you also mentioned that it is Milan's 50th year and it's Golden Jubilee. So congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
So it's great to have you with us today.
Same here.
And hope to have a very insightful and open conversation with you.
Absolutely.
So coming to you as a leader, I know people when they see you, they see the leader as you are today. But definitely a lot of work would have gone into shaping how you have become the leader as you are today. So can you give us some glimpse of your journey so far, how your early childhood shaped your leadership skills, etc.?
When I got married to Upendra, I was studying. And Upendra was already settled in the business, in his father's business of pharmaceuticals. And of course, I completed my studies and then did my training in Merind India Limited, which is also a pharmaceutical company, now Wokhard.
Okay.
And after that, I joined Milan after completing the training. Started with writing account books.
That's an interesting start.
Yeah. I also worked in the field as a medical representative. Those days we had the domestic market. And then I started going to the plant with my father-in-law, who was the founder of the company. And like in the company, I had no special treatment. I had to make my hands dirty. I learned it the hard way. He also taught in a very nice way. Yes, that is where I actually learned about business before I could ever have my own cabin. So this is the growth story. And then eventually I settled in quality control laboratory. I was doing the testing because I loved chemistry. Then eventually going into quality assurance and RA. And then I headed all the three as the quality operations.
It's interesting to know that you had to work your way towards the top. So
Yes.
That's such a nice thing in a company that it's really professional.
Yes.
So who were the mentors who actually shaped you during this journey?
So, as I said, my father-in-law, I started going with him to the factory. The journey was around 40 minutes or something. During the journey inside the plant, I learned a lot from him. And of course, my husband Upendra, late Upendra, who's not there anymore, but he groomed me into the business I was just 20-year-old.
So child marriage almost.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
So he groomed me into the business by sending me to banks, government organizations, Chemexil, which is now Pharmexil. I also must have attended hundreds of seminars to get to know the know-how about the business and pharmaceuticals in general. And that is how down the line I was groomed until I started taking charge of the portfolio of quality.
That's really good to know. So coming to Milan Labs, so how have you seen the evolution of Milan Labs from the time you have joined? So how has it changed over the years?
So way back in 1976, we started manufacturing. The company was founded by Mr. M.M. Deshpande, my father-in-law. And so this is our Golden Jubilee year. And those days we were in domestic market. Then we moved on to the ROW market, exports. And then eventually into the regulated markets. So we were inspected and approved by regulatory authorities, stringent regulatory authorities, as well as authorities from different countries. And so then now we are exporting to US, UK, and Africa and Southeast Asia, LATAM, etc. So this is how we established ourselves. Of course, with the help of technology, always upgrading the technology, because that was what was asked for, when you went into all these regulated markets and all.
So you must have really faced a lot of challenges also. See, every growth comes with a challenge. What challenges did Milan go through, for reaching all this, reaching where it is today?
Yeah, so the initial challenge was, of course, from domestic market to ROW. That was a shift for us. From ROW to regulated markets, it was a shift for us. The country's laws are pretty good, and the Schedule M compliance, the CDSCO compliance is the base, like what sets you into the markets.
Okay.
Going into the regulated markets, they have their own set of guidelines which we had to comply. So through training, through a lot of cultural change and lot of training, we had to even revamp our facilities for the flow of operations, because 1976 to the early 2000s and all that. It was a big change for us. But the policy was always to get into that advancing technology. So it was easy for us, and we didn't look at technology with a cynical eye, and we went on to it wholeheartedly.
Okay.
With whatever market demands were there, whatever budget we had, we always went in for the new technology.
But is there any incident which really changed the way you looked at quality or really expanded your vision towards quality?
Yes, so our first UK MHRA inspection, we had to it was a paradigm shift in our working, and it was a great experience for it, working for that inspection. And it was like there were two inspectors who were lady inspectors, and we thought like the queen is coming to inspect our facilities, and the whole cultural shift, the whole we had to revamp the procedures again. Whatever procedures we had to remake the procedures with respect to the guidelines, and that was a great experience. And when we actually passed the inspection, it was great for us, and it was like that was so motivating for us. So
that might have changed the complete team's perspective of looking at quality.
Absolutely, the team was so motivated, and yes, abhi yahan se aage jana hai. We have to get all those certifications and stay certified with the right kind of attitude.
Yeah, a lot of people in my team have told me that what is special about Milan is it's not just the quality team that is passionate about quality, but it is the entire team of Milan that is really passionate about quality. So how did you manage to bring this culture? Because we always hear about quality culture and all, but execution is something different. So it's very ideal to have a quality culture, but to execute it across the team is really a challenge. I'm sure a lot of companies face this. But in your company, that's something which has been a regular feedback given that, it's every person has that ingrained into them. So how did you bring about this culture in the organization?
First of all, thank you so much. Makes me so happy to hear that. And basically the quality culture or the training starts, induction training. From induction training itself, the first day when a person joins the organization, we have a drill for them, like the data integrity, the personal hygiene, because we are in the business of manufacturing medicines, and which is for the cure of human beings, cure of the patients, and improved human health of the patients. So we are at all times conscious of the fact that we are more obligated, and we have the responsibility of doing things the right way only. We don't have any other choice. This is how we build the culture into the people who join from the first day itself. And then we have training. Even if we have someone not defaulting on the integrity part or honesty part, people, you are human. And so it happens sometimes. So we have a counseling, we have a relationship manager at site, who's there all the time during the working hours. And so we have the counseling for that person, and that person, so we find out what is the root cause, why has this happened, why was this case. So case by case basis, this is how we handle it. And so it's in a very, we try to change the attitude, we try to get the right kind of approach towards the quality. So that builds the quality culture, and we build quality into our products.
No, that's very insightful. That you're not only restricting the training on quality to the people in the quality team, but to the entire organization. I think that's what is very important for setting a quality culture across the organization. So coming to quality culture, I've also heard that there's a lot of women power in Milan, much the same way as Caliber has women
nice.
power, because we also have women leading very important portfolios in Caliber. I think similarly in Milan we have some women really having powerful portfolios. So how do you think this has impacted? I'm sure that this has a great impact on the quality culture, because I find that women bring a different sort of thinking. So there is a perspective which they bring, which impacts decision making, the decisions taken in a company. And I think that really impacts the organizational culture as well. So how has this women power worked in Milan Labs?
Very good question. To start with, we have this policy of no gender discrimination, and the men and women in our company respect each other. Yes, there is women power. Basically, QA and QC, we have a lot of women, even in production, but mainly QA and QC. And when we worked for the Caliber installation and qualification, there were more women. So you may have found that to be the case.
So maybe that's why I got a feedback.
Yeah. And yes, by nature, I feel women are meticulous. They have their emotional side to it. They are sensitive to all these, to whatever they do. Of course, the men are also equally meticulous and brilliant in their own way. But yes, we have women heading the organization. In the management also, we have 4 women already. So Rohini, Megha, my sisters-in-law, and my niece Pranjali. So we are 4 women, and we have our strategic portfolios specific for each one of us. And yes, we drive this thing, we motivate from the top, we drive the culture from the top. So maybe...
Yeah, so you mentioned a lot of family members also there in this. Has it been the same way? They all had to work their way to the top, so it's not a laid out platter for them or a cabin waiting for them the moment they joined office. So did they all also work their way to the top?
Yes, absolutely. My father-in-law was very strict, and so was Upendra.
Okay.
Basically, Upendra managed he had the big picture, and he drove the corporate policies and the decisions. And my sisters-in-law, Rohini and Megha, they also had, the crucial portfolios. I have this quality as a portfolio, quality operations. The third generation is also very actively involved in the business. They have they have that affinity towards the technology also, as you know.
Yeah.
And they are the ones who are now driving. I'm so happy to see that. So the vision that Upendra and M.M. Deshpande had, I can see that even the third generation is having that vision. And yes, it was not a red carpet for everyone. All of us have to work hard. And work hard, party harder is our policy. So we work for the inspections, we work for the targets to be achieved, production targets, all of us together. Then we don't see the time and all that. And yes, we party also after every success of a big order, or cracking a deal in a new country, or registration in a new country, or inspections and all that. So yeah, so that's how.
I think because you have laid the culture so strongly, and I think sometimes being in the family also makes a difference, because it's much more easier to align everyone to the vision, I suppose. Maybe that's one of the secrets also. So coming to Rohini, actually in particular, she I think heads the production. This which I doubt if there's any company where no woman holds that position. So can you just give me some insights into how you find her leadership there and how it has really impacted Milan Labs?
Actually, Rohini is the eldest now in the family, and she administrates so well. So she has that knack, and she is also. I mean, she solves disputes. She's very close to the persons. The persons can. We have an open door policy. We have a flat organizations. The decisions are taken very quick. So anybody can go into her cabin, meet her anytime. So that is that is how even I look up to her. Even I feel emotional sometimes. I give her a call. So
Okay.
she's also has been, especially after Upendra, Rohini, Megha, they have been great support for me. And the entire Milan family, they have been the strength. So it's a Milan family together. They have been a
So
source
it's
of
not only the
strength.
actual family members, but the others who also become family.
Absolutely, they are family members, and they are a source of strength. So now we have the dreams and the goals that Upendra has set in. We have to achieve all of that together.
So has no being family members made any conversations difficult? Any difficult conversations difficult to have?
Oh, we do have differences of opinions.
Okay.
But then we have this, we meet the family, the management meets every week, once in a week. Tuesdays is our meeting day. We have a family business board in place. We have a family constitution in place. So we have rules and regulations for each member of the family.
Oh.
The way we have for the colleagues in the companies and in the offices, we have the rules. And mutual respect is something that we drive across the organization, not only in the family but even across. We have a notice policy, which is no taunting, insulting, scolding and shouting.
That's really
So
good.
these are the things
So
that
TIS has a different meaning.
Yes, yeah. So this is how we regulate ourselves and work together.
That's really nice, actually. So coming to Milan Labs, the way it has grown. So I'm sure you also mentioned that technology and innovation had a great role to play in the transformation. So can you just take us through how the technology journey has been in Milan?
Absolutely. The first thing I would like to say is we don't look at technology with a cynical eye. So I would like to go back to 2015 when we started our journey with Caliber. So Mr. Raj Shekhar had given us the presentation, and like me, I'm sure many others must have been mesmerized. This is what can happen, this is what we can do. And we looked at it like, I looked at it like a child looking at a toy in a toy shop, with full of curiosity. And it's that drive that we have for going into advancing technology right from the beginning. We were the second company to install the fluid bed processor which was launched by Pam Glatt, the German company. And we were like guinea pigs, but we went in for it. It was a different technology of fluidization in the granulation. We also went in for automated machineries. As far as machineries is concerned, right from the beginning, like I remember when I started working in the capsule filling, we had the very basic capsule filling machine which was manual. I myself have weighed the powder and put it on the capsule filling machine. Then when the semi-automatic machine came, we procured the semi-automatic machine, then the automated machine, and then we also went in for the best machine. Now currently we have the best machine available for the capsule filling with respect to productivity, product quality, even the speed. So Yeah, so this is how we build technology and our digital transformation. You have seen it was because of Caliber. Uh, that was in the QA part, QC part, and we are really thankful.
Now, with regard to the quality journey, you mentioned about the contract manufacturing. So, in contract manufacturing, you are a well-known name in contract manufacturing. So, what non-negotiables do you have for your quality team? Where absolutely these are things which you cannot miss for a quality manufacturing system.
Absolutely. So this is for the entire pharma industry. Data integrity is something which is non-negotiable. Absolutely. We do not tolerate data integrity flouting. And then we have procedures in place. So follow your procedures diligently and report if there are any deviations. So if this culture is there, then I think
This
makes
is something
life-
you have driven across your quality
honesty,
team.
integrity is something that is absolutely non-negotiable. Ethics in the business is
So,
what.
how do you constantly remind them of these things? Do you do something to constantly keep them aware of this?
Yes, we do have a refresher training, and we have checks also. So, refresher training for checking the integrity. We have in place data integrity systems also with the help of softwares, audit trails, etc. So, when the QA is checking, they will check all these things. And if we find anything, then we have a counseling session, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
And keep training them, give them refresher trainings, keep checking whether the effectiveness of the training is there, and keep checking whether things are in place. So that is what actually drives the entire pharma industry, and that is having this data integrity is a great thing. We must have it. It's absolutely
Non-negotiable.
yes.
So, Sharwari, how do you see pharma trends changing in the next 5 to 10 years? What pharma trends do you see changing?
Okay. So the regulations are becoming more and more strict by the day, and digitalization is a must. Even the regulatory authorities are promoting the use of AI and digitalization in all your procedures and in all your work, pharma, that we are doing. So yes, on the other hand, there are in pharma there are other personalized medicine, precision, AI for accelerated drug discovery, and gene therapies, cell therapies. But yes, for us, we have to go in for AI, and as I said, we are looking at Caliber because we started our digital transformation with Caliber, and we are looking at Caliber to give us
So that's
that.
so nice
Right.
of you to say. Yeah, but what about other trends like on more of preventive healthcare? So I think now the focus is more on how we can prevent illnesses and all. So how do you think the trend looks like that for that?
I think I'm not the authority on that, but there is a lot happening, and again, as I said, this personalized medicine.
Okay.
So things are happening on that front
Okay.
as well, with the help of AI.
Okay.
All in for AI.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you mentioned digitalization. So digitalization is a key enabler for excellence in
Very
quality operations as well. But what is Milan's vision for the next 5 years?
So we do have some expansions planned for increasing the production capacities, and we have procured place, and the plants will be expanded with some newer products, newer segments. And yes, for the technology, we will have good machinery there, the latest technology. In fact, just yesterday, our team was here in Hyderabad for the trial of a new machine, which is again a high-end, technologically advanced machine that we have procured. And this is how we will keep growing with newer plants and newer machinery, and of course with the aid of AI. And we would go in for the softwares and make life easier for us with AI and digitalization. will continue.
So with AI, you mentioned no, during the conversation that you don't look at technology cynically. So how do you look at AI? Because there's a whole lot of buzz around AI, both good and bad. So how do you look at AI?
Actually, that is the part. Every good thing comes with a bad thing also. Recently, 2 days ago, it was there in the papers that AI has made the frauds and the cyber attacks more easier. But then there are so many, the good things outweigh the bad things. So
Yeah.
I think there will be some regulations in this as well to control all these malpractices which are potential. But we have to look at the good part and go for it in a big way because it is going to make life
So
easier.
that's a very forward-looking thought, really. I'm so
Absolutely.
happy to see a woman leader talking that. Yeah. So coming to the digitalization journey itself of Milan, yeah, I'm so happy that Caliber has been associated with the digitalization journey of Milan. So what trends do you think that Caliber should be looking at to serve the pharma industry even better, even Milan even better?
Yeah, so there are some areas which Caliber has still not gone into in the pharma. So Caliber should think of going into that. As I said, speak to the users, come to our plants and speak to the users, and then improvise on the integration part. And yes, give us the AI solutions.
Okay. Okay, good thought. So, as we are celebrating 25 years today, so how do you like to wish our leadership team and our entire team?
I would say keep creating the magic that you guys have been doing, and keep that wonder in our eyes. And we would like to work with you in the future also. It has been great being associated with Caliber, and we would continue to do that.
Thank you so much, Sharwari. So, that was Sharwari Deshpande for you, a person who spoke from her heart, a person who has quality ingrained in her very DNA. Thank you so much, Sharwari, for being a part of this podcast. It was great having you here.
Delighted to be here, and I was so comfortable. I'm always with you. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. We have many more such quality talks planned with more leaders from the pharma industry. Thank you for watching.